Afternoon, everyone. So I'll be talking about the Kids Online Safety Act, which is Senate Bill 3663. And so what do we know about social media's effects on kids? We know that high frequency and prolonged use of social media is linked with negative appearance comparison, greater body surveillance, and higher instances of self-objectification, which we know all increases the risk of disordered eating. And we really hit a watershed moment last fall in Congress when the Wall Street Journal released the Facebook files, which featured internal research from Meta. And Meta is the company that owns Facebook and Instagram. And what was that internal research saying? The company admitted that we make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teen girls. And also that teens blame Instagram for increases in the rate of anxiety and depression. And this reaction was unprompted and consistent across all groups that were featured in the research. So the problem is that we now know social media companies' algorithms knowingly promote harmful mental health content to youth because their return is a boost in engagement and profits. And so we just had additional research come out, and it was a report from Fair Play for Kids that found that Instagram hosts 90,000 pro eating disorder accounts on their platform, which have a reach of 20 million users. We also know that 1/3 of that pro eating disorder group is under the age of 18, and that children as young as 9 and 10 are on the platform and they follow 3 or more pro eating disorder accounts. And then going into the profit piece, Instagram nets approximately 230 million each year from these pro eating disorder accounts. And these underage users, they're making Instagram approximately 82.5 million every year. So what's the solution, right? We know something has to be done. We cannot keep down this road. And that's the Kids Online Safety Act, and we call it KOSA for short. And it really does 3 things. So 1, it creates big tech accountability through audits and fines to those companies to protect users under the age of 18 from social media harms. The second thing it does is provide parents and youth additional tools and safeguards to protect a young user's experience on social media. So these could be disclaimers of why a youth is getting a certain targeted ad, and other pop-ups to kind of, lift the veil of some of the practices that these companies engage in. And then third, it allows scientists access to social media company data so they can conduct research that's in the best interest of the public. So overall, as Katrina mentioned, we're really focusing on the prevention side of things with this bill and tackling one of the upstream causes that's impacting youth mental health in a negative way. So our bipartisan leads for KOSA is Senator Richard Blumenthal. He's a Democrat from the state of Connecticut, and he serves as the chairman of the Senate Commerce Subcommittee. And then on the Republican side, we have Senator Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee, and she serves as the ranking member of the Senate Commerce Subcommittee. So what are our goals for KOSA and our advocacy day? So we really want to put pressure on the Senate to vote on KOSA. Right now, it has really strong bipartisan support. It's a really strong, comprehensive bill that really targets children under the age of 18. And that's, through increasing awareness, and your job is to help us boost up those Senate co-sponsorship numbers. On the House side, we don't have a House companion bill for the Kids Online Safety Act. So what we want to do on the House side is pressure the House Energy and Commerce Committee. That is the committee that this bill would fall into when it gets taken up, to urge them for a bipartisan House companion to be introduced by July. And we want to ask members of Congress to be original co-sponsors on this House companion bill that we want in July. So just the top line talking points of the problem in your meetings. Social media companies are knowingly promoting algorithms that produce harmful mental health content to youth for more engagements and profits. We know that algorithms are generating extreme eating disorder, self-harm, and depression content next to youth-targeted advertising as a tool to maximize engagement and profits, which we know all increases the risk of disordered eating and worsens existing eating disorders. And we know that Instagram alone is making $230 million annually from this content. So we can't trust them to do the right thing and remove it because they're financially invested. So then our top line policy talking points is our solution and request. So we have it broken up by chamber here. So you'll say, you know, we recently introduced in the Senate this Kids Online Safety Act by Subcommittee Chairman Blumenthal and Ranking Member Blackburn. The House will be hopefully introduced this summer. If I get a little hard date for you guys, we're going to throw it in there for our trainings and update you on Monday night. This is all TBD. And really, it does three things. It's holding social media companies accountable for the harm to youth caused by their platforms by one, establishing audits and fines to protect users under 18, providing parents and youth tools and safeguards to protect a young user's experience. 3, allows scientists access to social media company data to conduct their own research. We're always focusing on the prevention. This is one piece that we can do to eliminate some of these upstream causes that are hitting our kids. Senate co-sponsor the Kids Online Safety Act. House become an original co-sponsor of the Kids Online Safety Act when that bill is developed.